Hey guys, what's up? You're watching After Effect with Miles and Connor. Well, the road to Wrestlemania is certainly upon us, and this is our predictions video for WWE Fastlane, coming live on the WWE Network and pay-per-view on the 22nd of February.
Yeah, get it? Fastlane, because we're in the fast lane to WrestleMania, and clearly this pay-per-view is not going to be better than other... I'm rambling, sorry. So the last time you guys saw us, it was at the Royal Rumble. We just finished watching it, and it turned out that I won the Royal Rumble.
Did you? I thought Roman Reigns won the...
Not the actual Royal Rumble.
Oh.
No, I won the predictions. I got 5 of the 6 matches correct, including the Royal Rumble, I might add. Mm-hmm. The only one I lost was the world title match, with Brock Lesnar winning instead of John Cena, which is unfortunate.
So Miles is 1-0, but we've wiped the slate clean, and we're going to be doing our bets for Fastlane. But of course, it's not just about the bets, it's about the entertainment that WWE bring to us for this brand new show, to be quite honest. So let's get down to it.
Okay, so the first match that we're going to discuss is the WWE Tag Team Titles match. It's going to be the defending champions, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, taking on Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Now, personally, I think it's time that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro got some gold.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. The Usos, they're talented, and they're going to be tag team champions, I think, again, at some point.
Yeah, they will. They will.
But I think there's a reason why they're facing Tyson Kidd and Cesaro at the moment, because I think it's a team that WWE want to push. I think it's a team that are talented enough that WWE think the fans want to push.
That's ironic because because both Tyson Kidd and Cesaro have never gotten the push that, frankly, a lot of people think they deserve, particularly with Cesaro.
Yeah.
And last year's WrestleMania with the Battle Royal, he won it. Everyone thought he was going to do so many things with his career after that, but it just dwindled off. So.
Well, it's confusing because the whole rivalry, the Usos and Miz and Mizdow sort of faded away, and then this match has come. But to be honest, that's fine because the Usos are talented, and I think Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are very, very talented. But from what I'm seeing, I think it's a little bit obvious, to me at least, that I think they're going to be having new champions come the end of Fastlane.
But I'm seeing that as well.
Yeah, so
I think we're both in agreement that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are going to win. But as always on this channel, we cannot both predict the same person or team in this case. So we're going to have to trust our flippy coin.
Yeah, it's just a regular coin.
Yes.
Not flippy.
20p this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Heads for you, tails for me.
Yeah.
I'll go with this time.
Tails.
It is indeed.
So that means Connor gets Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, and I get the Usos, which isn't a bad pick, in fairness.
To be honest, this match could go either way. I could see both teams winning, but I just think it's Tyson Kidd and Cesaro straight up.
Yeah.
Right, so the next match on the card is a feud between brothers. It's Goldust and Stardust finally coming to a head.
I personally do not care for this match.
Do you not care?
I'm so sorry. I do not care about Goldust or Stardust. I don't care what they're doing.
Well, you know what? I think Cody Rhodes, after this, is going to get a new lease of life in his career. I do think he's going to be interjected into...
You think he's going to keep the Stardust gimmick?
No, I think that's going to be dropped. But what's annoyed me about this is there's been too much of a build-up between Goldust and Stardust breaking apart.
Yeah.
And when the big moment happened and he's like, oh no, he's attacked Goldust, Stardust has attacked him, he's like, well, that was obvious. That was always going to happen.
I
know. They should have done this sooner. This should have been a Royal Rumble match as opposed to a Fastlane match.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, if it carried on till WrestleMania, it should have been a WrestleMania match, but if they started this breakdown of the brothers too soon. So it was always going to have to be at either Royal Rumble or Fastlane. But I agree with you. The match, I'm not really that invested. I'm more invested in what's going to happen to Cody Rhodes after this, as opposed to Cody Rhodes and Goldust's.
Goldust is getting on a little bit.
Yeah. His
career will soon... I'm not saying he's anywhere near retiring now, because I think he's still quite good at what he does, but he's not going to be around forever. Cody, however, is still very young, and he's got quite a bright future ahead of him still, unless he's still Stardust, that is.
And it'll be interesting to see where he goes after this, because I don't think it'll just be with Stardust, because it's a rip-off of Goldust, quintessentially.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say Stardust. I think Stardust will win.
I'm just going to say Goldust.
Just going to say Goldust?
Yeah. There's no reason behind it, I'm just going to say Goldust.
I think Stardust will win, straight up.
Well, I think to keep his career going, or to keep him relevant, he should win. But, you know...
Well, I get your point, you know, because if he beats him, then he says Stardust is dead and Cody Rhodes could come back. But at the same time, I think Stardust will win and prove a point to Goldust before that transition happens.
Yeah.
So that's our predictions for that match.
The next match we're going to talk about is for the Divas Championship. It is Nikki Bella, along with her sister Brie. They'll be taking on Paige for the Divas title. Now, I say they because practically Nikki and Brie get involved in each other's matches all the time.
I'm so annoyed. You look at NXT and the Divas matches, and then you look at WWE and the way that they're treating the Divas. We all know what happens. You know, the Divas are given time and a spotlight. You know, WWE just... look at the Divas and just see them as just a foil to promote the network or other products or other matches.
Yeah.
But
I have to say, I quite like Paige. I think she's a fantastic athlete.
I like Paige.
And it's not just because I'm British and so is she. I mean, I'd be supporting all the British people if that were the case. But I think she's a really good athlete. I don't think she should have won the Divas title as soon as she debuted.
I think she should have. I think
Really?
I think that was a great way to make an impact. But I'm still confused with the Nikki and Brie thing. I still don't know what's happening there because Brie sort of
I thought they were fighting.
Brie sort of turned heel out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm still not convinced that WWE have fully just decided Brie, team with your sister again.
Yeah, well, here's the reason why... I know this is giving my bet a little bit early while we're still in discussion, but here's the reason why I'm saying Nikki's going to win.
I think Paige will win, by the way.
Yeah.
So
that's our bets out of the way. Connor's got Paige, I've got Nikki. But here's why I think Nikki's going to win. They might set up Brie Nikki at Mania. That's where they will start fighting for the Divas title.
I think they will. They could set up Brie Nikki at WrestleMania. However, I think that shouldn't be for the Divas title.
Really?
I think that would be a separate thing entirely.
Yeah.
I think there'll be another Divas Championship Battle Royal or something like that, and Nikki and
Brie
will fight separately. But I think Paige will. I think Paige would be a good champion, a good tie-over, because Brie will cost Nikki the title, and that give it to Paige, and that would lead on to...
But do you know what I'm hoping?
What?
I hope Natalya gets the title shot.
I do.
Natalya is great. I really like Natalya. She teamed with Paige at the Royal Rumble, which is slightly saying, again, she wouldn't fight Paige for the title because they're friends. Nikki seems like a much more realistic opponent. So even if she doesn't face Brie, I think if Nikki goes on to defend the title at WrestleMania, Natalya is a really good pick.
But regardless, Nikki Bella, Paige. Okay, so next we're moving on to the Intercontinental Championship match with Bad News Barrett and Dean Ambrose, which is a rivalry that has really come out of nowhere and has had Curtis Axel within the mix, saying he should be in the main event of WrestleMania.
Well, here's the problem, and with all these rumours going around about what's going to happen at WrestleMania, Dean Ambrose has got no one. He's got no one to fight. So, realistically, I knew he was going to get thrown into something like this. And in all fairness, I think Bad News Barrett and Dean Ambrose will work well together. I think they're both fantastic athletes. I think Dean Ambrose... I don't know whether he's Intercontinental title material.
I think
And I'm not saying that because I don't think he's ready for a title. I think if he were to go after a title, he should build himself more and then just go straight for the world title.
Maybe. I don't see any problem with Dean Ambrose going for the Intercontinental title. I think both these men bring importance to the Intercontinental title.
I'm not saying it's bad if he wins the Intercontinental title. I'm just saying, why make Dean Ambrose the Intercontinental title when we could just push him some more? Because everyone likes him.
Yeah, but isn't winning the Intercontinental title sort of a push?
Well, it's yes and no, because
I think WWE wants to start bringing prestige to the Intercontinental title a little bit more than it did before.
The problem is, like, you look at a guy like Bad News Barrett, what's he done apart from hold the Intercontinental title?
Well, that's the thing. This is a rejuvenation, if that's the right word, I don't know. This is, revitalising Bad News Barrett's career. He's not had a great run since becoming an Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
He got defeated by Sin Cara once, I think, which was awful. But I think both these men will put on a great match. Take it for what it is, because to be honest, I don't know the direction of the Intercontinental Championship, regardless of who wins.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking this match for what it is and enjoying this ride, because they're a good match.
I think that would be the dark horse of the night, and by that I mean they could steal the show.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely a Bad News Barrett win. I think it's Bad News Barrett win.
I'm actually at a crossroads. I don't know who to pick because I can see both of them winning.
Pick Dean Ambrose, then.
No, I will. Yeah, I'll pick Dean. Since you've picked Bad News Barrett, I'll pick Dean, and I'll be happy either way because I think Bad News Barrett is a great Intercontinental Champion, and Dean will be fantastic, I think.
Yeah.
So that's our predictions for the Intercontinental title match. I've got Dean Ambrose, and Connor has got Bad News Barrett
representing.
Next match, it is the 6-man tag team match between The Authority, made up of Seth Rollins, The Big Show, and Kane, and they're going to be facing the team of all the men that were fired in the Survivor Series thing: Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Dolph Ziggler.
Now, I really don't know what to think of this because Big Show and Kane are tearing each other apart a bit, and Big Show's hinting at a face turn.
That's the thing.
And then everyone's saying Dolph Ziggler's going to turn heel.
You don't know
so
what's
I don't
gonna
know.
happen. I think one or the other will happen. I don't think they'll both happen. I'm not too sure. Like, Big Show will betray the Authority, and then Ziggler will betray his teammates. That's too many betrayals.
No.
So they got to have one or the other.
But I think it's more realistic that Big Show is going to betray the Authority.
Yeah.
I think that's more realistic because they've sort of hinted at it. There's no reason why Dolph Ziggler will just suddenly turn heel.
Yeah.
And Big Show suddenly forget that he hates Kane.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're planning on Ziggler turning heel. Again, he's one of those not really certain of what he's going to do at WrestleMania types yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's been a lot of
I'm
rumours.
really unsure what Ryback and Rowan are going to do at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And like I'm saying, there's a lot of rumours that Ziggler's going to face Daniel Bryan, but I'm not too sure if they're going to be true.
He might be interjected into the main event, Brian. But again, that will be discussed more as time moves along.
Yeah.
But for taking the match as it is, for what it is,
yeah.
Seth Rollins has just been shoved in there.
Where has Seth Rollins been?
He's been around. He's been around.
Mm-hmm.
He's just it's because there's been so much focus on Rusev and Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, especially on that SmackDown episode.
Mm-hmm.
People have not really looked at Seth Rollins, but no, he's been around just being very cocky and very good at being cocky. So he's still relevant, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But he's just not because the world title's not in the picture and the Authority aren't standing behind him because you got Triple H after Sting. He seems like he's not as prominent, but he's there.
So I think if there's going to be an Authority betrayal, I'm going to go with Ziggler's team. I think that's the best option, since that's the most likely thing that could happen, considering the tension between Big Show and Kane.
I want to go for Ziggler's team.
You want to go to the same one?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're going to have to put the coin out again.
Coin. Heads for you.
Heads for me, tails for Connor. Which one's up?
Head.
Heads. So I get Ziggler, Ryback and Rowan, and you've got the Authority. But we don't know what could happen. Ziggler could turn heel. Don't know whether it'll make too much sense, but that's a 6-man tag team match.
Next up is the United States title, which has been pushed massively.
Why is Cena going after the US title?
Well, it's not that. Cena's going after Rusev, but they put the United States title on the line for this. Cena's been portrayed as an old man veteran, which is stupid, because he's not exactly old. Mm-hmm. But I know what it is. It's just it's I don't know what kind of story they're doing. Americana sort of story, but. Rivalry came out of nowhere. John Cena had an interview at the Royal Rumble and Rusev went...
That is my biggest problem with this match. This rivalry just started, literally. No build-up, no tensions between Cena or Rusev were made. At the Royal Rumble, Cena was giving an interview and all of a sudden just Rusev appeared.
Yeah.
And it's like WWE saying, have fight right now. It's like, why?
But credit where credit's due, where they've taken this rivalry is impressive.
Yeah.
Because they've really... Cena's been really entertaining on the mic, and I think Rusev has gotten a lot of heat despite Cena being in front of him.
Yeah.
So, and they both... Cena's been very intense as well. Rusev has... I'm not sure Rusev physically, but Rusev is bringing out a different Cena. And it's fantastic to see. And also, it's fantastic to see Rusev bite Cena. You know, it's fantastic to finally, instead of Jack Swagger over and over again, or Big Show, or something like that, filling the time. Yeah. They've actually gone, okay, Rusev, John Cena, take him. It's huge for Rusev, especially on the heel run he's had this year. And I'm really happy for them, and I think the rivalry's going down great. Despite the way it started, it's finished well.
Here's the biggest problem. Cena must lose. If Rusev is to have any credibility going into WrestleMania, because I'm pretty sure he'll have a match at WrestleMania, Cena cannot beat Rusev at Fastlane.
Yes, he can.
Why?
A DQ victory or a count-out victory.
Well, that is a good point. He could win
But,
like that. But
I highly doubt Cena will take a count-out victory. I'm choosing John Cena, and he's going to win by DQ. Because I think WWE want to protect both men going into WrestleMania.
yeah.
And the best way to do that is to have Cena win, but have Rusev come out strong and unbeatable. So you've still got Cena on a winning streak going into Mania, but you still have, and so he's still your top guy, but you still have Rusev being unbeatable, unstoppable, enormous force, who someone's got to take out at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. So by having Cena win by disqualification, because Rusev's doing too much or whatever, it doesn't tarnish what Rusev's done at the moment, because it's the whole, he's never been pinned or submitted. So that's what they're going for.
I'm still going to pick Rusev.
You're still going to pick Rusev?
Like I said, I'm mainly talking about clean victories. Like, if Cena wins like by a pinfall submission, Rusev's career might as well be done. Because at WrestleMania, if he loses at WrestleMania, he can at least have an excuse that he lost at the biggest show on WWE's
I think that's
calendar.
where it's exactly going.
And then he'll go, nobody beats me, I will crush you, and then he'll go into a rivalry. I don't know whether he'll face Cena again at Mania, but I think the best place for Rusev to lose and still have some hope of carrying a career is Mania. He cannot lose at Fastlane, so...
But he can. I think he can. He cannot be pinned or submitted at Fastlane. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But I think he can lose, and I think he will lose to John Cena by disqualification.
Okay.
So that does not tarnish either man.
Right, so...
But also, and it's very unlikely to happen, but John Cena's been acting very heelish in recent times. I don't think he's going to turn heel. He's not even going to touch it. But I think he's going to have a slight change in character.
Thank God.
The whole throwback T-shirt and throwback gear he's got, he's sort of reverting to an older Cena, like 2006 Cena.
That's when he was good.
Yeah. So, I'm picked John Cena, Miles picked Rusev.
And the final match we're going to talk about today is the match a lot of people are talking about. It's the main event. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns one-on-one. The winner will battle Brock Lesnar for the WWE World title at WrestleMania.
I thought this was a bad idea the moment it was announced, because I thought, you want to try and make Roman Reigns your face, yeah?
Yeah.
WWE are planning that.
Well, they're going to try and make him the next guy, aren't they?
Okay. You do not want him to go one-on-one with the most popular guy in WWE at the moment, because what happens if he beats him? He's going to get bombarded with boos, and WWE, I think, tried to capitalise on what happened in last year's Royal Rumble when Batista won, because they thought Roman Reigns is really, really, really popular. Yeah. So if we turn him face, we've got a popular face that we can use, and he's also got the look, and he's got everything else. And this time, everyone will love him instead of this polarising love or hate Marmite scenario. But now, because of the predictability and because of Donkey Dung and Suffering Succotash, Jack and the Beanstalk, I don't even know. Because of all that, they've ruined it.
Well, in fairness, Roman Reigns has improved a lot. Mm-hmm. Not just on the mic, I think he's improved in-ring style as well. Yeah. And the good thing about facing Daniel Bryan is he's a really, really good wrestler.
That is the good thing about this match.
He has the ability to make Roman Reigns look brilliant.
Yes.
And I think he will. Because he knows the situation that's going on around him as well. He knows everyone hates Roman Reigns, and WWE don't want to turn Roman Reigns heel, I think.
Well, Roman Reigns has his supporters, right? Don't forget that. There have been episodes of Raw where the crowd's been very split.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes,
I like
it
that.
is interesting. Mm-hmm. But Daniel Bryan is clearly the more popular of the two. But they are going to have a great match, I think.
I think
they're going to work well.
Great.
And I also think Daniel Bryan's going to be inserted into the main event somehow anyway.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is not going to lose his spot, because I think Superstar of the Year and then the Royal Rumble victory, that would all become pointless, and I don't think WWE want that to become irrelevant.
Daniel Bryan.
They don't want anyone to think, Royal Rumble's irrelevant, because if you just shout controversy...
And Daniel Bryan is going to be put in the main event in some way, because he's dead popular, and that's what the crowd wants to see.
And how is Daniel Bryan going to be put in this main event? He's going to win.
Is he?
He's going to win.
I think there's going to have.
Think
Roman
about
win.
it. It's so much easier to have Roman Reigns be inserted into the main event if Daniel Bryan wins, than to insert Daniel Bryan into the main event if Roman Reigns wins. Because Roman Reigns, beats the odds, win the Rumble. Controversy, right? Wins at Fastlane, beats the odds, wins at Fastlane. More controversy. You can't keep doing that to Roman Reigns. Why would you want a career surrounded by controversy?
How is that controversial?
No, but
winning at Fastlane.
I'm just saying that if there's a controversial ending, Daniel Bryan going, because I think it's not going to just be a straight 1, 2, 3 clean victory. But if Daniel Bryan wins, then we can go, okay, Roman Reigns won one, Daniel Bryan won another. Roman Reigns will probably be angry because he won the Royal Rumble and his opportunity's gone. So it'll end up being, right, okay, you're both in the main event then. You both proved yourself.
Right, here's what I think. Roman Reigns is going to win.
Yeah.
Because WWE aren't going to want to put him down. If Daniel Bryan beats him, then they're putting down the guy that they're pushing. They're going to make the Royal Rumble and the 2014 Superstar of the Year mean nothing. They're going to have to let Roman Reigns win in order to prove something to the fans. He'll have a 5-star match with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns will come out on top, and hopefully he'll gain some sort of respect because he looks really, really good. As far as the Daniel Bryan being inserted into the main event position, although we think it will happen, it's not a definite.
No.
I don't know whether he'll be put in the main event. And to have the fact that Daniel Bryan winning, I don't know whether he will. I don't know whether WWE will allow him to win. So and personally, I might get a lot of hate for this, but I'm a Roman Reigns fan.
I don't hate Roman Reigns, but I don't think he's ready at all, and I'm a Daniel Bryan fan.
I'm a Roman fan for the simple reason that people are turning on him and he hasn't really done anything yet. Cena
but that's the thing though, he hasn't done anything. Daniel Bryan has done something.
Cena was already at the top before people started booing him. Roman Reigns hasn't gone to the top yet, and I think people need to give him a chance in some respect. Because
give him a chance when he's ready though. He's not ready yet, and I think Daniel Bryan, I think he's going to be in the main event for sure, but I think Daniel Bryan's going to win this match.
I don't want WWE to constantly rely on Daniel Bryan. That's the thing, because he's popular.
Well, that's just what we think, but that's the way it rolls. Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns.
I think it's clear who our picks are.
Yes. So that's the end of our predictions video, and our predictions, of course, will either come true or not come true when we do our reactions video to Fastlane. But we're not going to stop talking. You can stop watching, sort of, if you want, but we're going to be touching on the subject of Triple H and Sting.
Yes.
Because that's basically the biggest thing that's happening on the night.
That is almost like the main event. Triple H, has called out Sting, which he has accepted on Raw, to meet with him face-to-face at Fastlane. Apparently Triple H saying, I'm going to end this at Fastlane. You're not. Triple H isn't.
No.
This is becoming a more obvious Wrestlemania match than Bray Wyatt Undertaker.
Yeah.
Sting, something's going to happen. They're going to get into a fight. Triple H is going to yell, Sting! WrestleMania, you and me! It's like, it's becoming painfully obvious.
It is painfully obvious. I don't think it's going to be a straight-up one-to-one confrontation. I think there's going to be some weird things going on. But this is just going to lead to Triple H telling Sting, we're going to fight at WrestleMania.
Do you think... I get the feeling like it'll be Triple H with the upper hand. I get the feeling it might be Triple H with the upper hand.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because the odds have got to be stacked against Sting for Sting to win.
Yeah.
That's why you'll be happy when Sting wins. So that's what I think is going to happen.
So that's the thing that's going to happen with Sting and Triple H. Do you think Sting will come down from the rafters again?
Who knows? I hope he does. I really don't know. He could just walk out, or he may not even be there. I don't know. But that's at Fastlane, and if you want to find out our reactions to that, you'll be watching our reactions video, and that comes out on Monday. Yes. So thank you very much for watching our predictions video, everyone, and we'll see you in our reactions video. Goodbye.